For years, millions of fans around the world have wondered what truly happened between Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir. Their chemistry, their connection, and those unforgettable moments on and off the set of Erkenci Kuş became one of the most talked about love stories in Turkish television history. Everyone saw it, the spark, the glances, the emotions that didn't seem like acting. But what no one knew was that behind all the rumors, behind the silence, there was a truth waiting to come out. And now, Demet Özdemir has finally confessed it. It happened during an interview that wasn't even meant to be about her past. The topic shifted naturally, and the host asked a simple question: do you believe two people can fall in love while working together on screen? Demet smiled, paused for a few seconds, and said quietly, yes. I've lived that. The room froze. The host, surprised, asked if she was referring to Can Yaman. That's when Demet, for the first time in years, broke her silence. She said, yes. I was in love. I'm not ashamed of that. And if you want to know the truth, I was in love with him too. Those words, I'm in love with you too, Can, echoed across social media like wildfire. Within minutes, the internet exploded. Fans from Turkey, Italy, and across the world started posting old clips, analyzing every glance, every smile from their time together. We knew it, some fans wrote. You can't fake that kind of love. Demet's confession wasn't planned. It wasn't rehearsed. It was raw, honest, and full of emotion. For years, she had avoided questions about Can, always keeping her answers polite but distant. This time, something was different. There are feelings you can't hide forever, she added softly. Sometimes life separates people, but what they shared stays real. It was the first time she had openly admitted what fans had long suspected, that her connection with Can Yaman was more than just acting. Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir met during the filming of Erkenci Kuş, and from the very first scenes, the chemistry was undeniable. They laughed together, improvised freely, and brought an energy that made viewers feel like they were witnessing something real. It wasn't just acting, it was something deeper, something both of them tried to protect from the spotlight. During that time, rumors of their romance dominated every magazine cover. Paparazzi followed them everywhere, searching for proof. Yet, they both stayed silent, never confirming, never denying. Can once said in an old interview, some feelings are too real to be explained. And now, years later, Demet's confession gave that sentence a whole new meaning. In her recent interview, Demet spoke more gently than ever before. We were both young, both passionate about our work, she said. When you spend that much time together, when you share laughter, tears, and long nights on set, emotions find their own way. We didn't plan it. It just happened. Her tone was calm but full of sincerity. She wasn't trying to create a scandal, she was simply telling the truth. People always wanted to label what we had, she continued. But sometimes, it's enough to say that it was love. Real, pure, and beautiful. After her statement, fans started tagging Can Yaman in thousands of posts. Within hours, his name was trending again. Many wondered how he would react. Would he respond publicly? Would he call her? Interestingly, sources close to Can said he watched the interview from Italy, where he's been living for the past few years. He didn't comment publicly, but insiders revealed that he was deeply moved. One of his friends reportedly said, he smiled when he heard her words. It was the smile of someone who still remembers everything. Demet's confession also opened a wave of nostalgia among fans. Old interviews, behind-the-scenes videos, and even bloopers resurfaced. Every little moment between them was being rewatched, reinterpreted. This wasn't acting, fans wrote again and again. They were in love. But what made Demet's words even more powerful was what came next. When asked if she still has feelings for Can, she smiled again and said, "Love doesn't disappear. It transforms. He will always have a place in my heart." That sentence touched millions of people. It wasn't about rekindling the past, it was about honoring something beautiful that once existed. Her honesty surprised even the most skeptical journalists. After all, Demet had always been private about her relationships. But that day, she let her guard down. "We were both under pressure," she explained. "Sometimes fame doesn't let love breathe. We wanted to protect what we had, but eventually, the noise around us became louder than the feelings inside us." Her voice trembled slightly as she spoke those words. It was clear that the memories were still vivid, the laughter, the moments of joy, the connection that never truly faded. "He's someone I'll always respect," she added. "Because what we shared wasn't a game. It was real." Within 24 hours, her confession became headline news. Magazines called it the love story that never died. Italian and Spanish outlets picked it up, noting how Can Yaman's name had been linked to several people since then, but none had captured the same emotion that existed between him and Demet. Fans flooded social media with edits, quotes, and comments. One tweet went viral: "She finally said what we all knew, love never lies." Another fan wrote, "After years of silence, she gave us the ending we always hoped for, honesty." Even though Demet didn't mention Can's name again in later interviews, her tone said everything. She wasn't bitter. She wasn't regretful. She was simply at peace with what once was. Those who know her well said that after the interview, Demet felt lighter, as if she had released something she had carried for too long. "She's not looking back with sadness," one insider said. "She's looking back with gratitude." And maybe that's what makes her confession so powerful. It wasn't about reopening old wounds. It was about acknowledging love in its purest form. The kind that changes you, even if it doesn't last forever. Can Yaman, for his part, has remained calm and composed. A few days later, during a short appearance in Rome, when asked by a reporter if he had seen Demet's confession, he smiled gently and said, "I wish her happiness. Always." That was it. Just one sentence, but filled with meaning. The media immediately connected his words to hers. Two people, once deeply in love, now speaking through honesty and mutual respect, no drama, no bitterness. Just truth. In a world where most celebrity relationships end in silence or scandal, this moment felt different. It felt human. It reminded everyone that behind fame and success, there are still real emotions: love, loss, longing, and gratitude. And as fans rewatch those unforgettable scenes from Her Kensi Kuss, they now carry a deeper meaning. Every look, every smile, every touch, they were all real. They were all pieces of a love that once existed between two souls who couldn't pretend even if they tried. Demet Özdemir's confession wasn't just a revelation, it was a reminder. That true love, even if it doesn't last forever, never truly disappears. It lingers in memories, in words left unsaid, and in the quiet moments when the heart remembers. And for millions of fans who always believed in their story, it was the confirmation they had been waiting for all these years. Because when Demet finally said, "I'm in love with you too, Can," the world didn't just hear a confession, it heard closure, truth, and a love that will forever live in the hearts of those who witnessed it. After that unforgettable moment, the entertainment world couldn't stop talking. Every major outlet replayed her confession, analyzing every tone, every pause in her voice. But what truly captured hearts was not just what she said, it was how she said it. Calm, sincere, and without regret. It was a moment of truth, years in the making. Many fans wrote, "This wasn't a confession, it was a love letter whispered after time." And maybe they were right. Because in that instant, Demet Özdemir reminded the world that love doesn't need a perfect ending, it just needs honesty, and she finally gave that to everyone.